Probably more dam. Okay. Lovely and dark. 342 local. 365. And 34, 313. 37377. 34334. 38189. 3. Last waypoint is 337 with the
Hello?
Hello, who's that? Hello, who's that?
Hey, it's Gray. Sorry,
yeah, you're
SRS was being...
Just enjoying a bit of night ops. Easier to hide. I'm taking some more bases down to the south, and then on my way I might go look for a small enemy complex and target them in the dark. They won't have a clue where I'm getting them from, at least.
Nice. I've just started at Lima, which I think is just north of you. I think I might see
Fob
what's
Lima. Yeah.
India. Yeah, I might just go and see what's at India.
Okay.
Have a
I'm
little bit of target practice.
unless you want to go take refinery, I'm going to take the 3 airfields to the south. If you carry supplies as well and aim for refinery by the end, as long as you don't get too.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
As long as you don't get too close to your target, stick at your 4 kilometers range with the missiles. They shouldn't target you unless you got your lights on or make yourself visible in some way.
Okay, well I can always stop by. I'll go for Juliet then. If I head
Okay.
towards Juliet, then down to refinery.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of the stuff Cold War-y is line of sight. But obviously they don't have that at night. Or like some of the SAMs, they're only looking in one direction. They're only looking where the missiles are pointing. So the SA-8s, unless they're pointing directly at you, shouldn't target you. There's a new function, it's totally up to you whether you keep it on or off. There's an EWRS, it's on by default. And what it does, instead of you having to listen to AWACS, every minute or so it pops up with a bogey dope of all enemy aircraft with bearings, distances, headings, altitudes, and type.
Yeah, it looks really useful. I'll give it a go.
Just trying to secure all these 3 bases because AI might then spawn at them and start hurting the enemy a bit more. I'm 16 minutes out from my first location. And all my other locations are pretty close, or a lot closer to each other. I'm in the mic. Which one are you flying?
Yeah, I'm doing Mike as well,
Yeah.
given it's at night. The Vivienne's really good.
Yeah. It's the only one I really fly. I fly the minigun if I'm going after convoys or just wanting some light protection to go take bases. I've not ever used the periscope on the Lima. Does it operate
I find it
in the same way that the Vivienne works?
Yeah, the periscopes, I find it really hard to aim the hot missiles with it.
Especially in VR. I mean, it has got zoom, but it's tiny. You have to basically put your eye on it like you would in real life. I much prefer having a screen. The only difference is you can obviously, the Lima, you can carry a lot of different things. To be honest, in the Lima, I'd probably only use the Lima for a gun and rockets.
Yeah, the cannon's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've used that quite a lot.
Can you aim the rockets, cannon, and air-to-air missiles? Can you aim all of that using the pilot sight?
Yep.
Oh, nice, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, the co-pilot is more of a scout.
Yeah.
Sort of look ahead thing.
Whereas just the mic is more of a ground attack or light ground attack. What other aircraft have you got?
I only own the vegan at the moment.
Oh, okay. Have you had a look at the mods? Because we've got quite a few mods, and a couple of them are, well, most of them are really good.
I do have flaming gifts as well, actually, to be fair.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You'll be able to use all the mods we have. The UH-60, if you like helis, is lovely.
Oh, I've actually got that. I have got that installed, actually, yeah.
Have you got the
It's the only
armed
mod I've got.
version, though?
Possibly not. I think
No.
it's just the standard.
Yeah, so the one we've got is an armed version that you can use passive laser. So if someone else lays in, or a JTAC lays in, to use Hellfires, to use guided rockets. It's actually really good.
Yeah, that does sound pretty sweet.
Have a look. If you look in the Play DCS channel, look in the drive, have a little look round, you'll see all the mods we've got, and there's a bit of everything in there. And if you like the Vigan, you might like the A4. I don't know if you've seen that, but that is mod, but it's payware quality, down to the point you can air-to-air refuel it. There's the Gripen as well.
Yeah, I have tried the Griffin before. That was really sweet. I had a few problems with it, so
What was the
hopefully
problem?
some of them out. Oh, just little things. Like, and the HUD was kind of getting a bit confusing because you could still see the F-15 HUD.
Well, it depends which one you're flying. If you fly the air to ground, it's an SU-20. Uses the SU-25T's avionics for aiming and targeting and stuff. It's an acquired taste. You've got to be able to accept that it's based off Flaming Cliffs. Stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm in their Discord. It sounds like they're developing standalone, but it's going to be a way off.
They are, but they take forever. I'm in their Discord too. SU-30 mod, really good mod. SU-35 mod, really good mod. They're all based off Flaming Cliffs, but the SU-30 they've made standalone with an extra with CWS, where you can use air to ground, air to air, and they've got a proper pod on it and stuff. Basically, have a look in the Play DCS and install all of those mods and have a go. They all work because every time there's an update, I test to make sure they're all still working, and I change or update things regularly as things
I think I remember with the Gripen, I think I was getting errors trying to join some multiplayer servers and things.
Right, so
that was the main reason I wanted to.
Oh no, you shouldn't get errors because it doesn't. The Gripen doesn't replace any game files. It's all in save games. Depends how long ago it was, I guess.
Yeah, it was a little while ago. I could retry it.
A couple of the mods. Actually, none of the aircraft mods specifically. None of the aircraft will cause you to not pass integrity check, but we've got integrity check off because we've got weapons mods and stuff.
Gotcha. I was eyeing up either the F-16 or the F-18 in the sale, but
depends what you want. F-18, great at more standoff stuff because you've got the JSOs and all that. Out of the two, the F-18 is the one I got first. Fully learned that, but now I think I prefer the F-16 over the 18. But it just doesn't have much legs to it. And depending what you want to carry, I mean, if I'm not going far, I'll carry one centerline fuel tank, 4 AIM-120s, 4 CBU-105s on the outer pylons, and then on the inner pylons, you can only carry laser guided. You can't carry any GPS guided. So I put CBU-97s, which are the 105s without a guidance kit, and use those in CCRP drops. And
okay, that sounds pretty good. Is that the 16 or the 18? Sorry.
That's the 16. The 18 doesn't really have decent cluster bombs. The 18 is more precision strike. But for clearing like a zone on these missions, the 16 is amazing because you can carry 10 cluster bombs that, as long as they're dropped in the right place, when they split, they seek IR targets. So for taking out groups of vehicles, one cluster bomb it'll explode overhead. 40 pucks explode, and you can effectively take out 40 targets if every puck goes to a separate target. But it's basically pucks that look for IR targets, explode overhead like a shape charge.
Okay, I
So
see.
easily take out armor. We're 8 minutes out. One on the old NVGs. I'm so far south, I'm not getting a lot on my RWR now.
Would we see friendly ground targets? Or town ground units?
What do you mean?
Like, would we see them on the F10 map?
Yes. So it's set to allies only, so you can't see anything red. You can only see friendlies.
Excellent, because I can see some tanks.
What, visually?
Yeah, on the Vivienne.
Oh, okay. Where are you? You're up there.
Heading to November.
Heading to November? Oh, you're there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be enemy. There won't be friendlies inside a red zone. Not very often, anyway. Unless they've been put there somehow. I'm 6 minutes out from my first capture. Someone's been playing though, because the points are racked up a bit. Let's have a look at stats, shall we? Top 5 players. I'm still the top. Good. Look at that. Look at my spending. Look at my earning versus my spending. Because people don't spend them. As soon as I get on, I request all the help possible to give the enemy all the distraction possible. And it's not really unrealistic, because you would have several tasks going on. It wouldn't just be you flying in the war zone. But not a lot of people use them. 346, 245.
I just got shot.
By what?
That was a SAM, I wasn't coming in low enough.
Oops. Were you getting picked up? Was it a SAM or it might have been a tank missile?
Vehicle-based one. It was a missile.
Oh.
I saw the missile coming. I just couldn't tell how far it was away to flare it.
Oops. Like, you're dead. Yes.
Oh, dead, yeah.
I mean, if you want, you can jump in my left seat and gun for me. Up to you. I'm going to take these 3 bases and then look for maybe a target somewhere.
I'll give this one more run. Just see if I can take out the Sam dude.
Okay. I'm going to take
revenge.
I'm going to take these 3 bases. Then I might even try and advance to the SA5 site, so we get an SA5 on the map. Then basically military. I just need to take all these grey ones: military base, fob mic, refinery. I don't think I'll get around it all tonight, though.
Oh, I just realised I didn't have my countermeasure cover up. That's what it was.
Oh, so you didn't get no flares.
Yeah, I was pressing the button. I was wondering why nothing was happening.
One thing you do struggle with the night vision is depth perception. I find you've really got to focus when you're landing, and you've got such little like monocle to look through. You're better off just focusing your head and remaining as still as possible while you try and land, or else you can give yourself a false sense of either moving when you're not or not moving when you are. 14 kilometres.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A military checkpoint. Oh, it's gone over a fence. Directly over a missile site. Okay, no, it's not owned by anyone, so that's fine. Where have I gone over? What fence have I gone over? Am I in Lebanon? Where am I? Will this be Lebanon I'm in? Might be, I don't know. Shit, did somebody just shoot him? I really can't tell. No. Oh god. Do you know what just happened? I'm flying over a town and the lights from the town are reflecting inwards, like on my windscreen from below.
Oh yeah.
And as that happens, it looks like someone's trying to shoot me from the ground. Because all I see is orange flashes in the windscreen. Obviously got night vision on as well. Rather off-putting, that. It's nice to know they've worked on the reflections really well though. My nearest baddie is 40 miles away. Heading north, and he is north of me, so that's fine. And I'm heading south. 8 kilometres. Expect to see an airfield sometime soon. Okay. We destroyed an early warning radar apparently. Well, that's good. I guess.
Let's bring home those credits.
Yeah. I'd say that. I feel like it was definitely the AI doing the work though. Not us. Right, 6 kilometres. Where the hell is this? Oh shit. Floggers coming after me. Radar lock and everything. Right, I'll stay really low. Try to MiG-23 lock. Not lock. I might have been a lock actually. Right, I'm 4 kilometres from taking this base, and then that bit of the base can defend me a bit. I don't even know if I'm 4 kilometres away, really. Well, this is the airfield. I'm 4 kilometres from my waypoint. But normally the flogger was heading for me as well. Right, coming over the airfield. Got to slow down soon. Oh no, he's turned away now. Thank God. Not so much of a rush to get down now. Where shall I land? I don't think it really matters. Or anywhere on the airfield, I guess. Anywhere that's flat. Right, good. Here we go. We've got a lovely base down south now. Oh, you've killed Kilo. Oh no, something's killed Kilo, a different gazelle.
Yeah, definitely not me.
Well, you could try Radio Tower, you might have more luck there. Well, although it is in the middle of a city, so you might not have much luck. All up to
I'm
you.
determined to take down this air-to-air or surface-to-air system.
Fair enough. Right, 62 clicks to my next one. Off we go. Love it. Each takeoff and landing gets easier because I'm getting lighter.
How long have you flown a Gazelle for?
What do you mean?
I don't know, how long have you had the Gazelle?
How long have I had it? I've probably only had it about a year. But what I do, if I get a new module when I've got time to fully learn it all in a one-off. So I'll spend 2 weeks of just flying it. So we had a kid. The wife's just coming to the end of maternity now, so it's been a bit slow the last year learning and game-wise, like new stuff. So I have to be real careful what I commit to. Because I just don't have the time at the minute. But she goes back to work next month, and I work 4 days on, 4 days off. So if I've got 4 days off and they happen to all be 4 days in the week when she's not about, in 4 days I can quite easily fly 6 to 8 hours a day and fully learn a new module.
That's pretty good.
But I've got a few. I mean, have you looked in the Module Flex channel?
I very briefly looked in there just to pick up my rolls.
Ah, no, not the Module Rolls, the Module Flex one.
Oh, I see.
If you look at mine, you'll see everything I own. And I put myself down as a big sweaty for everything because I go from 0 to fully competent as quick as I can by just hammering it with training sessions. That doesn't mean I don't die. That doesn't mean I'm not easy to kill. It means I know how to operate the aircraft correctly and kill stuff with it. It's a whole nother story staying alive when you've only got a 4-kilometer range from anything trying to shoot you.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm approaching that missile battery again.
Yeah.
And I'm not ranging lasering it this time.
Ah, yeah, because that might give you away. Because if they've got any, because you know how I don't think the Gazelle's got it, but in some helis, they've got RWRs. Well, not RWRs. It's laser ranging warnings. So not only do you pick up RWR, you pick up if someone's even laser ranging you. And a lot of the times, if that happens, it's because a tank or a BTR is targeting you for one of its tow missiles.
Yeah, makes sense.
What I would do, I'd set a waypoint. If you don't want the laser range, set a waypoint and use the waypoint distance. Obviously accounting for the fact if the target's slightly further or nearer the waypoint, you're going to have to account for that. Right, 50.
I think I'm okay. I think I've got a hill between me and it, so I'm just going to pop up and fire at it.
Yeah, but you'll have to... It's a tow missile, obviously, so you need to maintain line of sight. Because I don't think the wire... Obviously, you don't see the wire, but real world, it stays connected to you until it explodes. It's a wire, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's wire guided, as opposed to like some kind of digital signal. It's physically attached to your aircraft still until it either explodes or runs out of range and pulls the wire out. Which is quite impressive that it's got a 4,300 meter cable attached to the back of the missile. But I don't think you see it or anything like that in DCS. It's not like the Apache or the Kiowa, where you can literally just stick. Well, the Apache not really, but the Kiowa, you can just stick the camera just above the hill and keep your aircraft below the hill once you've fired, and keep guiding it on. Just the lasers in the top ball of the Kiowa. Oh god, that's 20 miles, heading 071. I feel like that's coming for me. So it's getting closer, but it's at 25,000 feet. I'm not going to worry too much until I get some kind of warning. And then I'm going to hide in some trees and land until it pisses off. Because it shouldn't be able to see me. It won't see me on radar and it won't visually see me. I don't know if AI can have night vision.
You got me again.
What are you doing? What is it that's getting you? Do you
Failing miserably.
Are you getting an RWR warning?
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting a lock when he gets me. Yeah.
What was the RWR?
So I can see the missile coming at me. I just couldn't evade.
What's the RWR number?
Oh, I think it was just an S.
Just an S. Okay. That could be a longer
It's annoying. I got 2 missiles off on them. I don't know what happened to the first. Maybe I turned too sharply.
Oh. 2 missiles? At once?
No. I wait for them to fail and then I fired another one.
Good. I was going to say, because as soon as you fire a second, it cuts the first. I really need that EWS to come up, because from the headings that it's giving me, there's a flogger chasing me down at high speed, MiG-23, I think. That's a flogger, isn't it? But it's at 25,000 feet, so it's not even going to see me on radar as long as I stay really low. Which means it's got to get a visual on me. Oh, well, I hear a jet. I can't tell if I hear a jet or if that's the wind noise I've been having the whole time. Come on, radar, pop up. Okay, well, there's a flogger at 40 miles. Maybe it's not him, maybe he changed. Maybe he's on a cap and he's just doing his cap and it keeps looking like it's coming forward. Just find it easier than listening to AWACS the whole time. Having that new script. Nine minutes to the next base. I need to put a vote up actually to find out what we're playing next. I'm gonna guess it'll probably be Foothold. Oh, some description.
What's your favourite map?
Favourite map? I don't really have one. I don't mind. I've got every single map. I don't mind. I really don't care what map we play on. I would prefer for one of the more rarely used maps to be voted in, but it's the whole point of a vote. And if people don't have it, it excludes people. So what I usually do if it ends up being a map like that's maybe less people have, I then put a vote up to find out who's just not going to be able to play. Because some maps you can't trial. But I've got every map. Is my problem, so it doesn't matter to me what we play.
I'm actually just trialing this one, to be honest.
Trialing it. It's a decent map. And we have Pretense, Foothold, and Foothold Cold War for this map. So as well, and TTI and TTI as well. So Syria is one of the maps that people tend to have because it's one of the early completed desert maps. I wouldn't mind Cola. We've got a Foothold Cola. What else? Just for some flying around somewhere green for once. That's not Caucasus or South Atlantic. That'd do me. Falklands is a bit bare though, is the problem. Like in real life, it's not an awful lot of stuff there.
So where's the actual where's the Foothold based on there? Is it the Falkland Islands or is it somewhere else?
Where is it? Oh no, I don't have Foothold for South Atlantic. Sorry, there isn't a Foothold for South Atlantic. It's it'd be TTI, and then it could be TTI East or West, depending whether you want it to be a Falklands based one or whether it's like a Chile, Argentina based one.
Oh, I see.
Are you familiar with TTI through the Infernos?
I'm pretty confident I've played it on some other servers, but
basically it spawns lots of little missions everywhere and they're random. And you just go do little missions. Once you've completed one, it spawns another one at the same time. Yeah, Foothold wise, we've got Sinai Cold War, Syria Cold War, Caucasus Cold War, Kola, Iraq. I don't know which ones we've got Cold War. Persian Gulf. But then we've also got Pretense Syria, which is I don't know if you've played it, but it's like Foothold. Same sort of principle, but the rule set's slightly different, and how things work are slightly different.
Yeah, I've played Pretense. I've got there's a small group that I play with, and they had a Pretense server up at some point.
So what I do is obviously the server does a 12-hourly reset to clear all the dead objects, but it's on it saves it and reloads it every time, so we don't lose progress from a server reset. We've also got a training mission for NTTR, training mission for Caucasus. In total, I've got 180 different saved missions, but there's each mission's got 6 presets. So divide that by 6. What would that be? 180 divided by 6 is 30. That's 30. Is that right? Maybe not. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I've got 30 different missions, each with 6 weather presets, and so there's Kavok Day, Kavok Night. But Kavok Day is what I usually leave them on, because people don't struggle too much with it. Kavok Night is there. Well, you've got Case 2 Day and Night, and Case 2 Day and Night is basically lower level, lots more cloud, rain, worse weather basically, and then you've got Case 3 Day and Night, which is Case 2 with an added 2,000 feet of fog down to 1.5 mile visibility, I think it is.
That sounds horrendous.
Which means you've got to use your instruments and stuff for landing, or hope for the best. It's quite fun, really. I love doing a Case 3 landing on a carrier on a 18. Full auto landing, lands itself. But most of the time it's Kavok Day or Kavok Night because the weather doesn't give people problems then. But none of them have any wind. because I messed about with the wind, and it's just not quite right on DCS because it's fixed wind as well. It's like, well, there's no point. You might as well have no wind than the exact same wind over the whole map.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you might as well have no wind.
You want the variation.
Yeah. Ideally, I would like DCS to hurry the hell up and partner with like Active Sky or something like that to create a weather engine that injects live weather. So I don't know if you've done any civvy flying, or would you just do DCS?
No, just DCS.
Yeah, so I did a lot of airliner. Like, when I say a lot, 12,000 hours maybe I've got on VATSIM. I haven't done it now for like 2 or 3 years. I kind of just dropped it when I moved, because I was like, I've got to the point where I'm flying my civvy stuff for the sake of it, clocking a 12-hour flight, of which I've probably attended about an hour of it. The rest is sort of autopilot, and I don't really need to care about the flight if I'm not coming into air traffic control areas that are actually people connected. So it got to a point where I was like, well, why am I doing it? It's a bit pointless. I'd rather do involved flying on DCS. I've got a YouTube channel, it's all on there. But I went actual flying the other day just for a quick currency check, so that's on YouTube as well.
Oh, nice. Sorry, what did you fly there?
PA-28.
So is that a helicopter? Sorry, is that?
No, Piper 28. It's just a 4-seat single prop. But I'm looking seriously into a microlight private site near me. Got all the information I need. I just need to do some difference training. I can fly the Eurostar, which is like a light sport aircraft. It looks very sporty and it's quite nippy. Get off the runway in about 100 meters, but its max takeoff weight's about 500 kilos. It's not heavy at all.
That's pretty cool. So what do you do? Do you just rent the aircraft?
Yeah, so I fly at Bryce Norton Flying Club and Lynham Flying Club out of Kemble. And I just rent the aircraft, just as long as I stay current. I actually renewed, well, I hit my 2-year renewal date in January, so I did a renewal flight and that to sign me off. But then since then I hadn't really flown. But I've got a flight booked on the 9th that I'm picking some people up at Kemble, giving them a little tour and then dropping them off at Wellsbourne, and then I'll fly back to Kemble on my own. So to do that I needed to do a currency flight to be current and allowed to fly packs. Well, not just allowed to fly packs, but allowed to fly according to the club rules more than anything. Because the club rules are like, Bryce, it's a 45-day rule, so if you haven't flown for 45 days you've got to do a currency check. Whereas Lynham Flying Club's a 60-day rule, so what I can usually do, because it's the same aircraft types, I can do if I'm outside the 45 but inside the 60, I'll do a fly at a Lynham Flying Club to put me current there, and by doing that it also puts me current on the same type at Bryce. Right, we're at my second base. Unload supplies. Load supplies. Aleppo getting attacked, it must be. Right, let's get some AI in the air. Let's take Victor and Hotel, I think. I think they're causing issues. Well, Victor's in the middle of nowhere, so once it's dead, it's dead. So let's set some ground units on that.
I didn't realise you can actually use the Vivian screen and the targeting while you're in the pilot chair.
Yeah. So the aircraft, you can do, as long as you deconflict the controls, you can control left and right seat from the right seat or the left seat. But if you've got two controls that cross, then it's going to give you whatever seat you're in as priority control. So I did have my co-pilot missile fire button set to the same same fire button I've got on the pilot seat for like rockets and stuff. I've changed that so I can now fire the rockets from the right seat. Sorry, fire the missiles from the right seat.
It's pretty handy.
Right.
It's pretty handy in the night missions, having the IR screen to the left when you're using your night vision goggles.
Yeah. I think we just got a free capture because I've captured stuff to the south, you know. Because we've got extra bases now that I haven't gone and captured. Not that I'm complaining. Jesus, look at all those aircraft about to come across from Cyprus. Why is it spawning them there? I'm hoping when we start taking a bit more of the map, it'll start spawning them a bit closer.
I'm surprised they don't spawn at Aleppo.
Yeah. Oh, so how many more grey bases are there? So I could probably take all of the grey bases that are left down here. We'll have a nice little corner down here that's ours. And then I can, another time, start from waypoint 62 and take like Damascus, Ramdat David, Tala, loads of airfields down there as well. And we'll have a bit of a mixed foothold everywhere. And then AI have got more chance of spawning. Because currently, what is the AI-wise airborne? There's whatever you are. What are you? You're an oh, you're a jamming aircraft. Yeah. Currently, we don't get a lot of AI over here. They have to fly from Cyprus, which is a pain. Anyway, time to lift. Oh, the next waypoint is behind me. Off we go. 64 kilometers to the next one. Might gotta take a couple more.
Sorry, I'm still on my vengeance mission.
Okie dokie. You enjoy that. Rack up them deaths.
It's just good practice.
So it's not too bad on here, but on Pretense, the points you earn, I think they're personal points. No, sorry, you earn XP personally and upgrade, and your rank goes up. And then as your rank goes up, you earn command points, which you can then use for like friendly stuff. A bit like how we use points for this. Except from if you stay alive long enough, you get a survival bonus of up to 5 times. So as soon as you die, and that takes about 3 or 4 hours of not dying and flying on server. So it's a bit more a pain in the ass if you die because you're back to 1 times. So it's not, dying's not got too much repercussions on here other than death count. But on Pretense, you want to not die so you can get the points better.
One thing, Vivian, so I can't tell how far my nose is away from.
What's wrong? What can't you tell?
So obviously I can only fire the missile when my nose is aligned with the target.
Yeah, so the top numbers, it say R or L and then a number.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually it's 00 now, and it's showing me the...
Yeah, so that's telling you your left or right that many degrees. And then the bottom number's showing you the heading that the camera's pointing. Because you can only fire within, is it 3 degrees? Something like that?
Yeah, I think I know where it is now.
What I'm doing by taking these bases is giving us some decent SAM coverage down here, which helps us when we're trying to do air-to-ground missions by stopping the enemy coming to shoot us down. Right, 14 minutes to the next base. And then we'll go for the SA5, military base, Mike, and refinery. All of those if we've got time. What's the nearest to Gulf? Oh, that'd probably be Fob Mike, wouldn't it then? Take Gulf and Raqqa.
Still racking up those deaths.
Give up, man. Tell you what, I'll help you out here. What base are you attacking?
It was November.
Right, because you can, via the support menu, buy intel on an enemy base. Let's get intel and see what you're actually facing. Or was it November? Right, we've bought November intel, which means I can go to zone status, red zone. November, right. Yeah, you got 2 SA8s there. Is probably what's killing you. Then there's armour. Then there's infantry.
Yeah, there was 2. There was definitely 2, so that'll be what it is.
Yeah. Hate to tell you, but if you're coming in the same direction every time and they're getting you, they're facing that direction.
Yeah, that's
So,
possibly it. They're only sort of finding me when I fire those, so I think it's going to happen either way. So I probably need to sneak in a bit.
It won't. It won't, because if you fire from behind them, they're not looking at you. They probably see you fire visually, because they're going to see that flash.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll try from the
Try going from directly the opposite direction. So, whereas November.
Okay, I can loop round and come from the other
You'll
side.
have to do a big loop, but maintain cover the whole way around. Because if they see you, then it's ruined.
It's right, there's an AH-1 on its way. Cobra, isn't it?
Yeah. That'll get killed. But ideally, if you can sneak up as close as you bloody can to it, your missile doesn't take anywhere near as long to get to the target. So you've got less chance that they've got less time to target you at that. Then.
That's very true.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Just realised I had the doors open, the curtains open, and the windows open, so I was waiting to be attacked by bugs. I might finish my night off with actually attacking something. There's no fuel flow, is there? No. Just got... What did you start with? 500 litres or something around that? Down to 200 litres.
Yeah, 50% fuel is 25 on the dial.
Right, so down to about 40% fuel. I mean, I have flown 90, and then 2 lots of 65s. So I've flown a fair distance.
Yeah, you get loads of flight time on these. That's why I just take 50% fuel normally, and it helps with the heavy weapon loadouts.
Ah, okay. Yeah, or else you end up basically being at max chat just to stay in a hover. Eight minutes. You try the auto hover in this thing. Firstly, how do you have your trim set? Do you have your trim set to just roll and pitch? Or do you have roll, pitch and your trim enabled?
I leave it as default on the hot start, so whatever that is. I don't intend to trim it.
It'll be in your settings. What kind of trim you're using?
Oh, I see.
I tend to not let rudder trim, which means even when I enable auto hover, I have to put the rudder in.
I think that might be the case on the Gazelle anyway. I was reading.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense. It feels more natural. Because your issue comes is when you've trimmed out for forward flight with rudder and all of it. When you reset it or start to come out of it, you can actually use more power because you're trimmed and you're having to fight the trim.
I see what I mean. I tend to not trim in this because I think when I'm getting to a point where I'm cruising, it tends to be fairly stable. I might have a slight sort of stick input or something.
Well, if autopilot's on by default, you might not need to trim. I'm not really sure. I use the trim a lot. Only once I get going. Because my cruise trim is definitely way different than my hover trim.
Oh yeah, the right pedal is quite something.
Yeah, quite a lot of right pedal, and you need left roll as well. Which is counterintuitive, really. Right pedal, left roll.
Yeah, it likes to tip over, doesn't it?
Yeah. Apache does a bit of the same, depending on your weight as well. It can be quite harsh. But with all my helis, I tend to have the trim so it doesn't do the rudder. Although in the Apache, I think I do get it to do the rudder. Because you have to have it to fly straight in a straight line at cruise. Right, we're nearly at our next waypoint. 4 minutes. Are our AI aircraft in country yet? Oh, nearly, and so's the cruise missiles. Right, they're all going to attack waypoint 26 to give us another airport up there if they neutralise it. But I've got a bombing mission, a ground attack mission, a seed mission, all going there, and then a cap mission on top of it. It depends if they all get shot down by SAMs fairly quickly. Then it won't do much. Back to November. Are you going round it though?
Yeah, I'm just I'm taking it the northern route.
Right.
And then looping around so coming at them from the east.
Yeah. You want to come in a completely different direction because they might not be facing directly at you right now, but you know they're facing in your general direction. Especially the SA-8s. I don't think they look behind themselves. You know, have you got your Vivain zoomed in as well?
I mean, I was earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're targeting, because then you can see if they turn and face you before they even fire. You should be able to tell.
My eyesight is fairly poor. My resolution low.
Are you on? Are you 2D though? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on 1080p.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay, but like when there's small objects, I have to zoom in real far.
You ever thought about VR, or have you not got a system for it?
Neither the system nor the funds, sadly.
Okay. What kind of system have you got?
I'm on a Ryzen 3600 and a 1660 Super GPU, so not even ray tracing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so you're on like well, maybe a budget entry-level gaming.
Yeah. When I built it, it was kind of like mid-range, I guess.
Fair.
Just before lockdown.
Ah.
First one.
When did I build this one? I think I built this one either just before or just in lockdown. But I'm looking at getting a new one next year now. This one's a 5950X with a 4090, yeah, 4090 in it. A 64 gig of RAM. Lots of not SSDs. They're the M2 SSDs, so the faster ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next gen. I think I might go back to Intel. To be fair, because looking at it, Intel have actually got better clock speeds for single core, basically up to 8 core. Intel have done a weird thing with their CPUs where they've got the old eco cores and performance cores. I think it's a bit strange.
Yeah, it makes it a bit of a headache for game developers, I think.
Because, well, the way round it is to just, even if you buy the top level one, it only comes with 8 performance cores, but those 8 cores can run at 6 gigahertz. So a lot of people, I think, are turning off, because you can turn off the eco cores, just turn them completely off. Only use the 8 performance cores, and I don't know any games that use more than 8 cores. I think this uses 3 or 4 cores for different things, so it's more about the speed at which they can run at, and Intel have got the edge over the speed, because the best AMD boost clock, without messing with it, I'll obviously mess with whatever I get, but the best one without boost clock is like 5.6 gigahertz, whereas Intel is 6 gigahertz, and that's before messing with any of it.
You do need to watch for the instructions for clock though as well, though. So it depends how much work they do for each clock cycle, which may still be the same result.
So when it comes to that, because I did a lot of research, because I switched to AMD for this build. I've always been an Intel person, but AMD had the slight edge when I got this system over how many how much information they could process per cycle. That's why I went with it. And it's a beast because it's a 16 core 32 thread. Now I turn SMT off because I don't need effectively hyper-threading. I don't need any of that. So I'm using it as a 16 core, but every core's running at 4.6 fixed. Logistics, unload supplies. Oh. Okay, you know what's happening? It's auto capturing bases to the south of us.
Or is that because you started a chain reaction or something?
Yeah, because basically, if you look at the lines that tie the bases together, yeah, it's doing something. It's auto capturing as I capture these bases, which is quite helpful. Because maybe I won't need to go capture those bases down south so much. There's 3 of all those. It's just this one that needs upgrades. There we go, fully upgraded. Right, let's go get this SA5 site. Because that'll be a nice little bolstering. That'll be waypoint 5 tonight. Enter. And it is 34518. Three 8477. Not too far. Okay, so we'll do that one, and then we'll go straight for military base. What time is it? Oof. This was all pending the child not waking up. Uh, 35076. Three 8217. And waypoint 7 as a last one will be fob mic. Ideally, I'd like to take refinery, but I don't think I'm going to have time for it. Fob mic. Three 35143. What I might do if it wakes up, I'll land, go feed him, and then carry on this until I've got all the bases I wanted to get tonight. I'm working tomorrow though. All these bases are a lot closer together though. Cool.
Right. I think I might log off as well. I landed to check my bearings and stuff, and then I tipped it as I was taking off.
Oops. Right, I'm going to get full fuel again, I think.
Well, that was entirely unproductive, but it was fun. Right, I'll catch you later.
See you in a bit.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Right, off we go again. Jesus.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Just for the benefit of the stream or anyone watching the video. Once we've taken this next waypoint, we're going to just stay on the ground while we feed our baby, get him back to bed, and then we'll take one more base before we jump off. A productive night. 2 minutes out.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Right, back shortly. Meet up back. What's going on there? Right. One last base of ramps. We will whip it on like 3, 5, 5, 6 times. It's be 8 by century. we cut the other day. Fine, all the way. 47, 71, 47, 71, 34. Jesus. Yeah, 47 plus 71 is 100 and 100 and call it 120. 150, 160, 160, 190, 220 miles. 12 click out, it's done forever. Clicks. Yeah, come on. Leave me alone. Where did I actually die? I couldn't have been far off. God, made me jump. Took long enough for him to get me. I think we will call that a night. Nice.